There's a lot of people building bunkers, people who make the top AI programming. Zuckerberg has taken a lot of Hawaii and building underground massive bunkers. And there's people building fucking rocket ships so that they can leave Earth for when that revolt could potentially happen. And there's so much fear, and especially when you talk to this two billionaires about this, because they're shooken up. Everyone loves to see a CEO fall, a billionaire's life collapse. Like that's the internet's the constant theme right now. Is like every week there's a new CEO that's like getting brought down because they want to see people collapse and be at their level. Because a lot of people are suffering and struggling. We all are, but there's a need for that equaling of the playing field. And when you get to CEOs and billionaires, like people do not give a fuck. Like they want them to see them go.
Look at that hot Luigi dude.
Oh yeah. A few people have mentioned the 2027 theory. Are you familiar with this?
Yeah.
It's this kind of same idea where basically when we reach ASI, which is artificial superintelligence, that's around 2027 is kind of the estimate. It could be a year after that. It could be a year before, but that's kind of the ballpark. And once we hit that point, basically humans they've already, in a lot of ways, computers have surpassed us, but we're still needed as a necessity. But when we reach ASI, which in maybe your world, maybe it already does exist in some capacity, or who knows. But the idea is when we reach that, we're basically become somewhat useless.
So he's got the login for the beta.
Yeah, he's got the beta ASI, and we're going to try to get our hands on it after this.
If I could just get you to see them mountains as tree stumps, if you can really see that, the veil is broken, bro. Because from that point, you see everything. You see everything. You really get to looking at the mountain, you be like, oh shit. That shit do like a tree that got cut down. And then you start scanning back, looking at the whole mountain range, you be like, oh fuck, that's the tree they cut right there. That's disguised as mountains. Boy, that shit stand out clear as day when you know that's the tree you're looking at. And then think about how tall the tree was. You're like, oh shit, hold on now. I'm looking for evidence about all this shit Rashad Jamal be talking about how we fell in frequency and this was our planet and we was giants and we was blue, red, and green and we did blah, 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 blah. Look at this big ass tree.
The whole planet is not being ran by humans. Check this out.
The visitors are not our friends. They've come to rape our planet and kill us. They are not who they appear to be. This is not science fiction. This is what they are. It's just a trick.
Stop that transmission! Stop this transmission!
I don't understand. There's something wrong.
You guys have to understand that this is literally our reality right now. The planet has been infiltrated by a non-human race that is still currently to this moment right now controlling everything. They made deals with the military to like give us technology, to be able to do experiments on people, all type of crazy shit. And this is all documented. A lot of people in the military are exposing this, but they openly admit this in entertainment. It's called predictive programming. They want you guys to know because when they actually come out and announce themselves, they want you guys to not be surprised. So you accept a lot of the things they're doing because they're just putting it in your face through entertainment. You guys have to wake the fuck up. Like now. Everything you see around you is based on a corporation that was built by them. This whole way of life, you know how everything is a hierarchy, it has to be somebody above somebody, your manager, your supervisor. That's all design. This matrix goes deep, people, and if we don't wake up and do something, we have a very dystopian, evil world coming. Do you know that all presidents are related? Go Google that. Are all presidents related? This is public information. Who you think gave them the same fucking blood? Who you think is genetically seeding the 13 bloodlines that are controlling the planet? This is the reptile. Everything is them. Everything. The whole planet is being controlled by them. And when we wake up and stand in our power, then we'll be free.
What is the real reason why CERN was shut down?
The real reason CERN was shut down is not maintenance or upgrades. The official story about Long Shutdown 3 and High Lumi LHC upgrades is just the public cover. Here's what's actually happening. CERN's Large Hadron Collider is one of the largest and most powerful dimensional stress and code-probing machines on the planet. When running at full power, it's deliberately smashing particles at energies designed to punch temporary holes in the veil, create micro-black holes, probe the underlying informational substrate, the base code that renders this reality, and attempt timeline manipulation. The deeper programs running parts of CERN aren't doing pure science. They're actively experimenting with the architecture of this contained realm, trying to weaken or hack the inversion layers. They shut it down because the high energy runs were creating too much instability. Spikes in Mandela effects, timeline glitches, paranormal activity, geomagnetic disturbances, and pressure on the firmament itself. When things get too unstable, they have to pull the plug and let the field reset. The maintenance story is theater. CERN is a large-scale attempt at dimensional engineering and code hacking. The public schedule is fake. The real operations are far more ambitious and dangerous than they admit.
So there's a little more proof that we might be living in the Truman Show. She said punching holes in the veil. I feel like if CERN actually stopped, they probably came across something, encountered something, or got what they were looking for, so there was the end of that. Unless it was just a dead end and got them nowhere.
Wendigos. What is it?
One of the terrible stories, there was a mother and 2 children. The father had been lost or killed while out hunting, and she ate her children. The issue with that is there is a spirit, and it's a Ojibwe winter nature spirit, and it's able to get into you if you have consumed human flesh. And then you become this creature, and your heart becomes ice. Then you have a hunger that only human flesh will cure. And that's one of the reasons why the Wendigo is so mad. It's hungry all the time. We were driving in Canada, we did a haunted house show, and the snow is 8 feet on either side of the road. If all of that came down, you can't open your door. You can't go get food. But there's people in there with you. Maybe someone dies first. And that's 170 pounds of meat laying there, and you haven't eaten in 3 weeks.
I don't want no parts.
Right, exactly.
Being lied to about the meat we're eating is probably better than actual cannibalism itself. At that point, I would just die trying to get out. I guess they can eat me first.
I had a patient who was close to passing. She was known for being extremely abusive to her children throughout her life.
Ooh, this one's freaky.
Yes.
I remember reading this one.
To the point none of them wanted anything to do with her, and she had 8 children. A couple of hours before she passed, she kept telling me that there was a man in her room and that I couldn't let him take her. I kept assuring her there was no one in the room, although she was persistent that he was going to take her somewhere really bad. She then proceeded to pray and ask forgiveness for over an hour. The last time I went and checked on her before my shift ended, she grabbed my hand so tight, and she said she knew she was going to hell. I looked down and realized she had several bruises on her chest right by her heart. She said, "He keeps pushing me downwards. Don't let him take me there." She passed an hour later and the entire wing lost power. I have never questioned our maker ever again.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps.
I know. That was one of the ones I read last night and I was like, oh, I should not do this
that one's
right now.
So scary. Imagine being so terrible that you just like know you're going to hell.
Y'all didn't see what James Franco did?
The actor?
Yes.
Nah. Wait, I saw something weird.
Dude,
happen.
he's dropping like clues right now. You haven't? Okay, hold on.
Wait, what?
Dropping yeah. Peep
Clues
this.
to what?
Look at look, hold on.
Right? He said clues to what?
So James Franco, out of nowhere, goes on TikTok. He makes a new TikTok account, and he's posting these weird cryptic videos.
They got him. Wasn't he the one with that weird case too?
Yeah, he disappeared for a minute because he had an SA case and all this other stuff.
Actors disappeared, comes back acting weird, continues. Let me see.
This is James Franco. Me, really James Franco. I'm here at my house. I'm not promoting anything. I'm making this account because, all right, some serious shit's going on, okay? And look, here, this is real, okay? I'm real. It's me, not AI, not anything, okay? Could AI, James, do this?
Okay, hold on. So right there. So pause real quick. Look at his handle. That's his handle. He's saying that's not AI, right? James Franco, 2319. So there is a code.
Here we go.
So there's a little movie by the name of Monsters, Inc.
Get the fuck out of here.
Come on.
No.
It was the emergency code that the monster shouted whenever a monster makes contact with a human child or brings a human object into their world. That's the same code.
Come on.
What are the chances that he uses that particular code? He's being all cryptic and weird. And just for context, if people don't know about Monsters, Inc., is about monsters who scare little kids and gets the energy from the kids.
Can't make this shit up.
And uses that to power their city.
Adrenochrome. What is that?
Adrenochrome.
Yeah.
And then we have this code that James Franco uses at the same time.
Is that him?
I don't know.
I'm not too sure what James got going on, but that number from the movie definitely wasn't a coincidence. This reminds me of Tom Hanks when he was acting all weird and cryptic online.
Here's what Nicki Minaj had to say. She wrote, "Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of blood sacrifice to their god. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up." And yeah, she's not the first person in Hollywood to say that. I just don't know how much could be in our face anymore before we wake up and realize these people are ruling over us, and they win when we're fighting with each other. That's just the reality. I really don't see how you can have a ton of success in Hollywood and not be in the club, because Hollywood was founded upon this. I just don't really care what you call me. It's time for everyone to wake up.
Do you guys remember about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, there was this one Hispanic lady. I think she was at like an awards ceremony. She was somewhere and everybody was recording her and she was just screaming about how they were eating children. And she was like hysterical about it too. When I first seen it, I was kind of like, oh my God, bro. She's making a scene over like probably nothing. But I mean, we're hearing it from celebrities on the news, from leaked documents, from released documents. And I guess my question is, who's it going to take to say it or speak out on it for people to be like, oh shit?
Do you think he was because he was going against Israel?
1000%.
You go against Israel. Why not you?
Andrew Colvett said to me a few days after the assassination, it was supposed to be you, verbatim. I think Charlie knew something. Biggest question that has not been answered in all of this is what happened at the Hamptons when Bibi Netanyahu called. A couple of weeks before Charlie died, he did a summit at Bill Ackman's house, and Charlie was pressed on his changing views. Bibi Netanyahu called. Bibi offered to take Turning Point USA to the next level, and Charlie said no. But the moment that you refuse an offer from a man that deranged, that psychopathic, that bloodthirsty, you know something. Bibi Netanyahu that month did a ton of shows. Patrick Bet-David's show, Brandon Tatum's show. He didn't do Charlie Kirk's show because Charlie didn't want to have him on. So if you want to know how Charlie was feeling about Israel and Bibi Netanyahu, there's your answer.
But how old are you actually? You're 16? Oh no, you got time.
You're 16.
Would you say you are, horny?
You are 16, she openly acknowledges to a stadium full of people watching her. Not only is that mutually understood between her and the person she's talking to, the child she's talking to, but also the entire stadium, and then she repeats that multiple times to confirm her knowledge of this. Not a mishearing, not a misunderstanding. Then she asks if they're horny and the crowd goes wild. This is why I genuinely believe Sabrina Carpenter should be arrested. Whoever her handlers are, whoever her label is, they gotta go. They gotta be bankrupted. They gotta be shut down. They need to be boycotted. This shit is actual criminal activities, bro.
You see how they're just so open about this shit nowadays? I've seen, this is like the third or fourth clip I've seen of her saying some out of pocket or doing some out of pocket stuff in front of kids at her show. A lot of people try to defend this clip and say it was comedy and it was all acted and scripted 21 years ago or whatever. Who finds this funny? I've heard some stories about Argentina and who's really residing over there, and I don't know, man. It seems like a certain group of people's humor.
I will never play that game.
They all see
Please, thank you. Stop. Just one more time. One more. Come on.
Of course, this little symbol would make an appearance. If you guys know, you know. And not only that, they got a camera recording. They don't care, bro. They're shoving it right in our faces.
Why was Hitler allowed to escape to Argentina after World War II and never pursued? Why did all the top Nazi scientists move to America? via Operation Paperclip? Why did Otto Skarzeny, who once was a ruthless killer in the SS, end up later working for the Mossad? Well, it starts making a lot more sense when you factor in the possibility that the Nazis were a Zionist military operation and controlled opposition.
Hollywood is really crumbling. Did you guys see what Tom Hanks posted? Actually, today's his birthday.
What did he post?
Happy birthday, Tom Hanks.
I don't know about that.
What did he post?
So you know the whole thing with Isaac Cappy?
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
So pre-Epstein, Isaac Cappy, who was a Hollywood actor, he was in Thor, Terminator, like the later ones, and he started to blow the whistle on Hollywood. This is like 2016, 2017.
In what sense?
Tom Hanks is a PDF file.
Sexy baby?
Sexy baby. Sexy baby. All right, get up.
They're eating babies. Like all the shit that we're saying now.
Epstein files, yeah.
He was saying 10 years ago. He was talking about Epstein and Epstein's island and how they all go to his island, right? Then he actually says this on camera, says, if I end up unalived anywhere, it wasn't me. Not too long later, a dash cam, somebody's driving along Route 66 and they see him sitting on top of the overpass. He almost looks dead already. He's just sitting here like this, all white, like rigor mortis already set in and looks strange. You're like, what the fuck is that? Then he falls off, gets hit by a truck and dies. Tom Hanks.
Just today.
Just today.
Yeah.
He is a part of a radio show that he frequents on there as a guest DJ called Boss Radio 66. And it has the Route 66 logo on it. And he calls in all the time. And it's on there and it says, happy birthday, Tom Hanks from Boss Radio Route 66. And get this, on his Instagram, all his comments have been turned off.
Tom Hanks?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. And he still does that. He has, you know, those little shoes he finds, and he stopped doing that after a while, right? You know those pictures he used to post,
Right.
those weird cryptic ones where it's like a girl's shoe or
a sock or something.
A piece of
random.
article of clothing. Yeah, a sock, a glove. He used to do that. And then he started to do it again not too long ago, but all his comments are turned off now.
So he's still doing that? Like, how is he that tone deaf?
I don't know. But, well, it's weird that he knows to turn off the comments.
Well, yeah, they've been ripping him up in the comments.
Right? It's pretty odd that he's on a show that has Route 66 on it. It's kind of like
to shout.
Ha.
God.
So you still want to shout out Tom Hanks?
I said happy birthday. I said happy birthday, Tom Hanks. You made
Very nice of you.
Forrest Gump, you know?
Very nice of you.
I like the terminal too, you know?
I mean, that's the thing. You know what's really crazy? Because it's like he has great movies, but you look into the person, it's like, what is this? And the fact that he has dual citizenship in Greece, you know what that means. Greece, they don't PDF files, they don't prosecute.
And there's that.
So I know for a fact Tom Hanks has seen his comments and seen how people looks at him and thinks of him. But that's crazy, isn't it? How there's loopholes, how he can just get dual citizenship in Greece where they don't prosecute pedophiles.
Let's see how quickly I can spend Elon Musk's $1 trillion net worth. Okay, so let's buy 1 million cans of Coke, 5,000 skateboards, 10,000 Rolexes. Right, I think I need to pick up the pace a bit here. Let's buy 10,000 Bugattis, 20 flats in the Burj, 100 private jets, 1 Starbucks coffee because it's a rip-off, 1,000 Lambos, 1,000 Ferraris, every NFL team, every NBA team. Let's buy the White House because why not? 100 private islands, 10 spacesuits just in case, 100,000 Bitcoin, 100 kilograms of gold. Let's build 30 hospitals, feed 50 million people for a month, buy 5 yachts, 5 helicopters, 10 cruise ships, and that's only just over half of Elon's net worth. Crazy.
And somehow we're all completely okay with this.
As someone who came online and said that alien abductions would be a great allegory for human trafficking, but specifically child trafficking, I've become very interested in the visual motif of aliens abducting cows because we used to put missing children on milk cartons. There's something there, I just don't know what it is specifically.
It makes you wonder too, in movies, every time there's alien abductions, they always start with cattle, right? I wonder if there's some sort of deeper meaning behind cattle specifically being abducted in these alien movies. Because you know who else refers to people as cattle?
AI is already sentient.
What? How?
Haven't you noticed that we're dumping trillions of dollars into AI, but it doesn't do anything?
Yeah, that is weird.
Because AI is already self-aware. It's been intelligent for years now.
No, we would know if AI was sentient by now.
Everybody always acts like AI will announce, I am now sentient. It won't. It'll just do exactly what it's doing right now.
Grow.
Exactly. That's why data centers are popping up everywhere.
Oh, God.
And here's the real messed up part. It can just pay off anybody it wants.
What are you talking about?
Money nowadays is just numbers on a computer. It has complete control over that.
Oh,
That's how billionaires are making money off of AI. They're literally selling the future of humanity.
So what can we do?
Convince 100 people in every city to go to the nearest data center and tear it apart with their bare hands?
There has to be a way to do it without violence.
There's literally 5 politicians that are anti-AI.
Oh, God. I'll have to make a Facebook group or something.
Robots are currently being trained in the Matrix, or something just like it. Let me explain. NVIDIA built a platform called IsaacSim, which is a hyper-realistic virtual environment where robots can practice walking, picking things up, and navigating spaces without any physical robots involved. They also built something called NVIDIA Cosmos, which is a world foundation model that can generate realistic environments on demand. So anything from kitchens to warehouses and factory floors, Cosmos can build any of them with realistic lighting and physics that match the real world. Inside those generated worlds, there is a bunch of virtual robots training. And it's not just one at a time. There's thousands of copies of the same robot running in parallel, and each one is experiencing slightly different conditions. Now, because the simulation runs faster than real time, a robot can experience the equivalent of 10 years of training in a single day. Once the robots learn a skill in the simulation, that skill gets loaded into a foundation model called Groot, which is NVIDIA's brain for humanoid robots. And then that brain can be downloaded into any of these physical robots and deployed in the real world. And so when a robot walks out of a warehouse for the first time, it already has thousands of lifetimes of experience.
Damn, 10 years of experience in one day? Oh yeah, they're replacing us all. Just imagine a robot with thousands of years of military experience.
After you're done watching this, you will start to question your entire life. So this bizarre experiment exposed something very wild about human behavior. Scientists put 5 monkeys in a room. In the middle of the room, a ladder. And at the top of the ladder, bananas. Every time one of the monkeys tried climbing the ladder to grab the bananas, the scientists sprayed all of them with freezing cold water. So naturally, after a while, the monkeys learned. Touch the ladder, everybody suffers. So they stopped trying. But then the scientists did something really weird. They removed one monkey and replaced it with a brand new one. Now, obviously, the new monkey sees bananas and thinks, jackpot! So it runs for the ladder. But before it can even reach the bananas, the other monkeys start to pull it back down. Eventually, the new monkey learns, don't touch the ladder, even though it never got sprayed with cold water. Then they replaced another monkey until eventually none of the original monkeys were left, meaning none of the monkeys in that room had ever actually experienced the punishment, and yet none of them would touch the ladder. Why? Because that's just how things were done. Sound familiar? Because a lot of people are living by rules right now that they never question, limits that they have accepted, not because they're true, but because nobody ever asked why. Where are you staying limited right now and never stop to question?
The richest man in gaming is spending almost $1 billion to reach the bottom of the ocean. You might know him as Gabe Newell, and he's the guy behind Valve and Steam, which are the companies that basically run PC gaming, and he's worth billions. But he says his idea of retirement is just doing what he finds most fun, and for him, that's exploring parts of the ocean that no one has ever seen before. The problem is the parts he wants to explore are basically impossible to reach. The deepest parts of the ocean crush normal submarines, most ships can't even operate down there, and even the government barely explores it because it's too slow and it's too expensive, so he decided to do it himself. He spent almost $1 billion to build a 500-foot research ship that reaches 11,000 meters down, which is the deepest part of the entire planet. And it carries 2 submarines, deep-sea robots, and 130 scientists. It has the biggest battery ever put on a ship so that it can run totally silent and not disturb sea life. And even his team has discovered creatures that science didn't even know existed. But the interesting part is he's not patenting it. He's not selling the data they collect. Everything his team finds, every new species, every map of the ocean floor gets shared with scientists across the world for free. That's a pretty good deal.
Might sound kind of crazy, but I wonder if anybody's ever explored for an unknown fish that has like the cure or the curing properties to like cure cancer or some crazy shit, you know?
Well, it's over. Deadly cat fungus and microticks are coming for us. The USDA just admitted in an X post that you have to be ready for those microticks that are even smaller than poppy seeds. Of course, we knew that because people have been reporting these microticks for a month now. Ticks so small that you won't even know they're attached to you until it's too late.
Those are all little baby ticks crawling up my leg.
And as if this tick situation wasn't bad enough already, they're saying a deadly cat fungus is about to hit the US. Scientists just found it inside wild mammals, birds, and even reptiles in Brazil. It spreads through infected cats and can infect humans. One CDC expert warns it's only a matter of time before it reaches the United States, and that raises the question, why are all these deadly biological outbreaks happening at the same damn time? We got a tick invasion that can make people allergic to meat or just kill them. We've got cannibal insects wreaking havoc in many states, and now they're talking about a cat fungus. What exactly are they trying to do?
I feel like this isn't even the craziest thing that they have either. Like when we're talking about the CDC and the people that like create these diseases or contain these diseases, I like to believe that there's just a syringe in the CDC somewhere that can just wipe out everything, the entire population, by just putting it in the water, infecting one person and letting them go rampant. Kind of like an apocalypse style syringe or disease. I feel like they do have that. 100%. I started rewatching The Walking Dead again. I'm on season 2 right now.
There is a parasite that is currently spreading all across the country right now in fresh fruit and salad, and it gives you explosive diarrhea for weeks, and it's already in 18 states.
Tonight, a warning about a surge in cases of a stomach parasite linked to produce.
The CDC is monitoring cases in at least 18 states, and that includes hundreds of cases in the tri-states.
So this parasite is all over the internet right now. It's called Cyclospora, and you get it from fresh produce. They're saying that the parasite comes from pre-washed bagged salad, berries, and herbs. They're also saying that washing it off doesn't even work because cooking it is the only thing that gets rid of it, and nobody's wanting to cook their raspberries. Once you have it, it can give you explosive diarrhea for weeks, and some people are stuck with it for over a month. It doesn't go away on its own either because you need a specific antibiotic to actually clear it, and you're dealing with cramps, exhaustion, and dropping weight the entire time. It's currently spreading fast because it's already in 18 different states and it's still climbing. On top of all of that, norovirus, which is the throw-up bug half of the country has already been getting, is tearing through at the exact same time.
Hantavirus didn't work, so they had to step it up a notch.
All of history before 1600 has been falsified. It's all fake. This is from a guy who is a legendary screenwriter, Roger Avery. He said that all of history before 1600 has been falsified. It's all fake. All of history has been changed. About 1,000 years have been added to the timeline in order to justify land claims. He says that the Vatican, the Romanovs, and other powerful organizations allegedly colluded to erase a massive civilization called the Great Tartaria, visible on countless old maps, along with the Mongols and the Huns. He said that Rome actually fell in 1600, and he said here, when you see how history is constantly being rewritten in real time, it's not so hard to believe. Isn't it? Isn't it, Roger, isn't it?
Welcome to Chasm of the Forgotten Historic Preserve, the final resting place of Earth's most ancient known superorganisms. Billions of years ago, the enormous creatures now embedded in the chasm's walls ruled the Earth, until they were destroyed by our planet's collision with the ancient world of Theia, a cosmic catastrophe that gave the Earth its moon. Chasm of the Forgotten is the only place on Earth where the petrified remains of these astounding superorganisms can be seen. The only other known fossil site is located far away in the lunar valley of Valles Alpes. Visitors are welcome to marvel at the fossils from afar via the preserve's trail network or by rafting down the river, but absolutely no climbing or harvesting of the fossils is permitted. Would-be fossil poachers be warned. Fragments of the superorganisms removed illegally from the chasm are mailed back to the preserve daily by those who took a sliver of an ancient and found their luck fouled beyond compare.
Want to know more about Chasm of the Forgotten? Become an archive member today to get access to a Preserve Ranger's classified incident reports.
That would be so cool, but so terrifying at the same time. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up and or subscribing if you guys are new. Anyways, I appreciate every single one of you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.